Zealand. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Oops, hang on. Excuse me, bit of a frog in my throat. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2528. And today we are asking the question, where was your family when America became home? For those that you live in America, when did your family when did your family immigrate into America and made it home? Where are they living? Have they always lived in the same place? We'll get into those questions. But first, I have to say, here in New Zealand, it is the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to America and happy 250th anniversary. A great milestone. Like I said yesterday, I was around for the 200th one. I have absolutely no recollection of it. I was 9, living in New Zealand. But think about, where were you when America turned 200? Where are you going to be when it turns 250? Write those thoughts and memories down. I know there is a huge celebration across the US that has been planned. There's currently the Relay for America going on right now, where they will be finishing on the steps of the Capitol on the 4th of July around 10 a.m. in the morning. So if you're in the DC area, go support them. The guy who organized this was talking about wanting people to help run in the last mile with the flag. And I think there was something about, I don't remember now. It's gone. But they're wanting people who are in the DC area to join them for the last mile of the run up to the steps of the Capitol on July 4th at 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. So if you're in the area, go join them for that last mile as they run the flag in. This flag they started moving it in San Francisco like 20 days ago, and it has not stopped. They've just had this relay going across the states. Some people were running half marathons, some people were running a full marathon, carrying the flag. They were taking turns at carrying it. They've covered a lot of ground with this. They've gone through some of the smaller towns and things, and it's been really cool to see. I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos and Instagram videos and Facebook Reels and stuff and YouTube shorts of this relay happening. And last I saw, they were in Maryland, I think. They're in Maryland. I know they've gone through Mount Vernon. They have run through Mount Vernon. That was one of the ones I saw this morning. But it's just been great seeing the country come together to transport this flag across the states. There's a lot of vets that were involved with, military vets that were involved with this, which is awesome to see. They're going through some towns and they were escorted through by the local fire department, the local police or sheriff. Saw one point they weren't running, they were walking because the mayor of the town was carrying the flag as they walked through the town. But that flag has not stopped moving since it left San Francisco, which is amazing. And so let's see, 10 a.m. Eastern time, that's 8 hours. So that'll be 2 a.m. my time in New Zealand on Sunday. I might not be awake for that, but I don't know if it'll be live on anything. So I'd have to go and find out first to see if I can. But I can wake up, watch it, and then go back to sleep. It's not a problem. So as part of our leading up to the 4th of July actually occur, and then I understand that in Times Square, the ball's going to be dropping multiple times, and I can't remember. That's as different time zones enter the 4th of July, I believe, but don't quote me on that. But there's in some places they've got massive firework displays with the drones instead of fireworks. I have to say, as much as I love fireworks, and I'm going to take you back to was it 1998 and 1999. Brad and I we lived in Northern Virginia at the time, and we caught the train into town and went and spent 4th of July on the mall. We went in around 5 o'clock in the evening so we could be there for the fireworks starting at 9 o'clock. And both times we were sitting on the hill of Washington Monument looking towards Lincoln Memorial. And they had all the fireworks set up across the reflection pool. And that's where they were taking off from. The first year we took chairs with us, and we decided we were not doing that again. The second year we actually station to be able to park at and get on. And the second year, and the first year was pretty spectacular. The second year we did not take chairs with us. We just took a blanket to sit on the grass. We had people on either side of us, people in front of us, people behind us. And we're sitting there just chillaxing, soaking up the atmosphere. And amongst all these people, it's still daylight. We're waiting for 9 o'clock to come around when the fireworks would go off. And I started smelling this really weird smell. And I said to Brad, I said, what is that smell? And he turns around and goes, oh, that's pot. And I was like, okay. So we had college students behind us who were getting stoned. When it came to the fireworks, the guys were out cold, and the women and the girls that were with them were cheering the fireworks on, and they were wide awake. The guys were stoned and out cold, and the girls had a great time. On the left side of us, so we're looking at the reflection pool for down to Lincoln Memorial, or you could barely see. You could not see the stairs of Lincoln Memorial. They were just covered in people. It was just a massive people across the steps of Lincoln Memorial. You could see them moving around. You could not see anything of the steps at all. There was just people everywhere. And there's thousands upon thousands of people there. And you go up to you look up to the Washington Monument, at the base of Washington Monument, so you can look out over the grass area of the mall from the Washington Monument up to the Capitol. Masses of people, masses of them. And then where we were, there was masses of people on our side down. There was places that you could see where they had roped it off. They didn't want people there because of the fireworks and everything. But looking at Lincoln Memorial, all you could see was just a sea of people. It's one of those once in a lifetime experiences. We got to do it twice, but in 2 years in a row, but we didn't do it again after that. It was just too chaotic, too many people, and I was freaking out. I'm an introvert. I like my alone space, but this was way too many people. This was a lot of people. But anyway, and so we had college students to our left, and they were boozing it up, and they were happy drunks, which was good. The people in front of us were into wheat germ and all the holistic stuff, because they were talking about these smoothies that they had made that had no sugar in them, and they only had this type of wheat germ in them, and and we got some great recipes, but I was not writing them down. And then one of the girls decided that she had these jean shorts on, and she wanted to put her jeans on. And so where do you change in the middle of thousands and thousands and thousands of people? You have somebody sit behind you with a blanket over your lap, while underneath the blanket, you're squiggling out of your shorts and putting your jeans on. That was really cool. Then on our right, we had 2 females. And let me tell you that when the fireworks were going off in the sky, they were not the only fireworks going off. So it was a very enlightening 4th of July, that one. Everybody was there doing their own thing, and there was nobody annoying anybody else, and it was just everybody accepted everybody, and it was just absolute. And when it came time to leave, yes, there were masses of people leaving, but there wasn't any pushing or shoving or anything like that going on. It was just people just taking their time to clean up the area that they were in. And it was amazing how many people took the time that once they packed away their picnic stuff, their blankets and all that sort of stuff, as they turned around and made sure that the area where they had been sitting was clean, that all the trash was picked up. They went past the trash receptacles, put them into the bins, and put their trash in the bins and all that sort of stuff. So on the most part, most people cleaned up after them, which was awesome. And people were not hurrying. They were just, excuse me, it's tickling my throat. There's something there, but it's not there. And it was just really cool to see these thousands and thousands of people just strolling along together, not really worrying, not racing ahead or anything like that. Just thankful for the day that they had been. And the fireworks were absolutely amazing. We actually laid down on the ground because we were kind of like the right incline of the hill where you could lay on the ground, and the fireworks were directly above you. And when those things went off, you felt the boom go through your body. It was absolutely incredible. And just laying there and looking up, and there's all the fireworks like immediately in front of you, and you felt like you could reach out and touch them. That's how close they felt. But you would not only just hear the booms, you would feel the booms going through your body as these fireworks went off. Absolutely amazing experience. There was an orchestra playing somewhere. I have no idea where they were, band playing somewhere. I have no idea where they were. They may have been up near the Capitol, because I know they did a concert thing up there near there. And every now and again would hear a little bit of them playing. 4th of July on the mall was pretty spectacular, and we did it twice, 2 years in a row, and then we decided we weren't doing that again. we'd had enough. But getting onto the trains and stuff, it was a little bit of a cram situation. And that's why we went to certain stations where we could get on. We got a seat and we sat down and we just stayed there. And we went past some stations where the doors would open and people on the platform, and the platform was just a wall of people as you're coming into the station. And they'd open the doors, but nobody could get off and nobody could get on. And there's people on the platform trying to get onto the train, and we're saying, there's no room, there's no room, there's no room. Those trains were packed. So that was also very interesting, the transportation. But they did have it sorted out pretty cool, but to get people moving very, very quickly through the places. You really did feel like sardines in a sardine can. It was at times. And sometimes it's kind of scary, being in that amount of people all pressed together. So yeah, it was a bit scary at that time. But anyway, so today's topic is, where was your family when America became home? Yesterday we talked about the American dream, the dream of going to America. Today we're talking about they've come to America, they're making it home. When our ancestors first arrived in America, the journey wasn't over. In many ways, it was only just beginning. Stepping onto American soil meant leaving behind everything that had once been familiar. They had to work, build a home, learn new customs, and create a life in a place they had only imagined. Some settled in busy cities, while others traveled inland to farms, small towns, or the frontier. Wherever they went, they carried their hopes, traditions, and determination with them. For many families, America didn't become home overnight. It happened one day at a time. It was the first job, the first home, the first harvest, the first child born in a new country, the first holiday celebrated with new neighbors, and the friendships that turned strangers into community. Little by little, a new life was built. Every family's journey was different. Some arrived with relatives waiting to welcome them. Others knew no one and had to start from scratch. Some found success quickly, while others faced hardship before finally finding their place. Those first years shaped the generations that followed. As America celebrates 250 years, oh God, I'm going to get choked up on this. Take a moment to remember the courage it took for your ancestors to make a new country their home. Their story became part of America's story, and their decisions helped shape your family's future. Your challenge for today is ask a family member when America truly became home for your ancestors. Where did they settle? Because some people went from the East Coast towards the West. They could have gone out west for the gold rush. In 1849 with the gold rush in San Francisco. They could have moved west for that. They could have moved west with the Louisiana land sales, things like that. Or land grabs, whatever they were called. So they could have moved west for different reasons. So why did they move from the settlements that were on the East Coast? Why did they move west? And where did they settle? What kind of work did they do? Who welcomed them? Were there people here to greet them? Was there family here that had gone ahead of them that was here to greet them? Or did they have to make their own trails? What traditions did they keep? And what new ones did they embrace? Record their story today, because every family has a moment when a new land becomes home. And let us know in the comments below some of the really cool things that you found out about your families. And as we did yesterday, we're going to go and I'm going to share screen. I want to share this one. Share that. Okay, and we're going to hear Wyatt sing America Celebrates 250 Years. This is a song I did the lyrics for. The voice and the music is all AI, including the image of Wyatt as well. So here we go. You're ready to celebrate? Get ready. Here we go.
Lit the flame, voices rose for liberty, and history would change. Through the years and through the trials, that spark still leads the way. A nation built on hope and courage, still shining bright today. 250 years of freedom, 250 years of pride. From sea to shining sea, we stand with liberty as our guide. The dream that started long ago still lights the sky anew. years with you. From 1776 we rise, the flame of freedom still burns bright. Raise the flag and lift your voice for freedom's lasting light. 250 years of freedom, 250 years of pride. From sea to shining sea we stand with liberty as our guide. The dream that started long ago still lights the sky anew. Years with you.
I'm just going to run on the screen to pause that. Okay.
You fixed it?
Yeah. Turn that off. Okay. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. If you are doing any celebration, if you're in the States doing any celebrations tonight, because you had the day off, federal holiday today, since 4th of July is on a Saturday, they moved the federal holiday to today for observance. So if you've had today off and you probably already started partying, let us know what some of your plans, let us know in the comments below what some of your plans are for the 4th of July and how, if you are going to make it special, since it is the 250th anniversary. Look, I even got the cap to match. I love this cat. We get lots of comments about it. But let us know if you how you're celebrating the 4th of July, and we will see you guys here at 6 p.m. Pacific. 6 p.m. Tomorrow's Sunday. It might be a little earlier because I'm not sure when my brother and his wife are arriving. It's my brother's birthday tomorrow, which is July 5th for me. And so he's arriving tomorrow at some point. So I may get on early and do the show instead of doing it at my regular time of 6 p.m. Pacific. But for now, it's 6 p.m. Pacific, unless otherwise dictated. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, konera.